other local and national news. Coming up over the next half hour, it is St. Patrick's Day, and the mining city is ready for a day full of festivities. Here, a breakdown of all the can't-miss events. Plus, the Cats and Grizz are going dancing. We've got their first-round matchups in the NCAA tournaments and their team reaction. And Butte's M&M Bar and Cafe lit up its sign on Sunday just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Here are the events that occurred at the ceremony along with the infamous bar's history.
Well, the time is 6:30, and we are starting out with temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Kind of a chilly start. We had some wet weather move in, snow on the ground for you in southwest Montana. But the good news is, if you're heading out to the Butte Parade, it looks like we're going to get a break from that winter weather. Here's a look at our radar this morning. Really starting to improve since when we came on the air at 5 a.m. But we do have some travel issues for you, at least around southwest Montana. Scattered snow and ice reported around Bozeman and Belgrade, over Monida and Reynolds Pass. We've got some reduced visibility. Hour by hour forecast temperatures, of course, will drop around sunrise, but we're going to be back into the upper 30s by noon today in Missoula. 40 in that 2 o'clock hour, mostly cloudy skies. For Bozeman, hour by hour forecast similar. Isolated shower threat early today. Temperatures will get close to that 40-degree mark once we get into that 2 o'clock hour. Later on this evening, we're tracking another plume of moisture that could bring us some accumulating snow. I'll tell you how much in 10 minutes.
When it comes to St. Patrick's Day, there's no better place to celebrate than the Ireland of the Rockies, Butte, America. Here's NBC Montana's Josh Margolis with a rundown of the events on tap for today.
If you're coming to Butte on Monday, you probably already know about the parade at noon in Uptown, as well as that the Edmonton and Anaconda bagpipers will be ever present throughout the holiday weekend. But what if you're looking for authentic Irish food? Sean O'Donnell's, which just celebrated its one-year anniversary, will have Guinness giveaways and Irish dancers on hand in a family-friendly atmosphere.
We like to focus in on those recipes that come from rural Ireland, the countryside, food that you would see served in Ireland year-round. We're happy to serve corned beef and cabbage here, along with our other favourites.
But what if you're desiring live music that's a bit unorthodox for the Irish holiday? Then you might want to walk on over to the Covalite, where a local rock band, Tectonics, will be putting on a free show after the parade, followed by a 6 o'clock concert from the Bozeman-based sloppy rock group, the Love Darts.
We're talking hard rock music, headbanging, crowd surfing, party time. So this would appeal to anybody that enjoys rock and roll, that enjoys a rowdy party, that wants to come jump around in the front row.
And what about those families seeking a getaway from the hustle and bustle of Uptown? Well, there's the 3rd annual substance-free St. Pat's Color Run at Stodden Park, with a 1-mile fun run at 4 p.m. and a 5K at 4:30.
The swag bags, they are all green this year. We also have an abundance of green powder in addition to all colors of the rainbow. And we always just look forward to having a youth band that typically performs an assortment of songs with a little bit of that Irish flair.
Other events include a hurling exhibition at Montana Tech, slap fights at the Depot, and handing down the heritage at the Civic Center, plus a whole lot more. And we'll have continued coverage in the coming days. In Butte, Josh Margolis, NBC Montana.
NBC Montana, including myself, will be at Butte's Parade. Now, if you spot us sporting green in the mining city, be sure to stop by and say hello. And we want to see how you are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Send us your photos and videos by scanning the QR code that you see right there on your television screen, or go to nbcmontana.com/chime in, and you might just see them on air or online. Across the state, law enforcement says it's increasing patrols for the holiday. Officers and troopers across the state will be monitoring roads for drivers under the influence as residents celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Law enforcement and Montana Highway Patrol officials are asking partygoers to plan for a sober ride home and not to let others drive impaired. If you are on the road and see an impaired driver, report them by calling 911. Yesterday, Kalispell held its annual St. Patrick's Day parade to celebrate the Irish holiday. This year, the parade featured many performances and floats, including Irish dancers, firefighters, local businesses, and more.
We love St. Patrick's Day. We love to dress up, and my mom here never misses a parade. We don't know why we love St. Patrick's Day.
leprechauns, and I like the parades because I get candy.
I wonder if they ever found the leprechaun and caught him, right? And as a reminder, head on over to NBCMontana.com for all the St. Patrick's Day events. A government shutdown averted over the weekend, and the White House says it's full steam ahead with its economic policies, new import taxes on foreign goods, and the continued slashing of federal agencies and workers, despite polls and stock markets showing the moves to be unpopular. Now the administration is locked in a fight with a federal judge over mass deportations. NBC's Alice Barr has more from Washington.
President Trump arriving back in Washington overnight amid controversy over a very different round of flights. The deportations of roughly 300 immigrants the White House alleges are Venezuelan gang members to a prison in El Salvador.
I can tell you this, these were bad people.
The president claiming authority under the Alien Enemies Act, rarely used and only in times of war. A federal judge quickly blocked the move, ordering the deportation flights back to the U.S., but they did not all return. The White House adamant it did not defy a court order. The administration appealed the judge's ruling, arguing it was issued after the planes had left U.S. territory. All as President Trump defended his tariff strategy, with a new NBC News poll finding 54% of those surveyed disapprove of his early performance on the economy. The president pointing to reciprocal tariffs on nearly all trading partners set to take effect in 2 weeks.
We're going to be getting back some of the wealth that very, very foolish presidents gave away.
The Treasury Secretary saying recent stock market plunges are an adjustment to what he argues are necessary new policies.
We are resetting and we are putting things on a sustainable path.
Democrats are split over how to respond after the party's Senate leader led a move to back a Republican funding bill to prevent a government shutdown.
I don't think you save the republic and save our democracy by playing it straight and maintaining norms when the president is shattering them every single day.
A growing divide over presidential power. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And we now visit with Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. And Brooke, I'm smiling more because now you've let it be known that it's not going to be a complete wash. We're going to have some fun in Butte today with the parade.
Right, you're definitely going to have a lot of fun today in Butte out at the parade. Some kiddos, though, they've got to go to school. Kalispell kiddos. 6:38 this morning. Live look outside for you. Sportsman Ski House weather camera. You had clear skies overnight. Road conditions not too terrible for you this morning in Kalispell. Sending the kids out the door. Temperatures right around that 30-degree mark. Make sure they're dressed in green. 36 at around lunchtime. 42 in that 3 to 4 o'clock hour. I'm surprised, but I checked the calendar, district calendar for you in Butte. Doesn't say you're out of school today, so 28 degrees at around 7 o'clock this morning in Butte. You'll be at 34 at around lunchtime, so out at the parade today, if you're making the trek, you're going to be under a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures, though, cold enough that you'll need a little bit of a jacket. As we head into the late afternoon and early evening hours, we're tracking another round of accumulating snow. I'll tell you how much in 10 minutes.
Coming up, Butte's M&M Bar and Cafe lit up its sign just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Here are the events that occurred at the ceremony, along with the infamous bar's history. And let's take a live look over Missoula above TV Mountain at Snow Bowl from the Community Medical Center weather camera. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your day planner right after the break.